Professor Research in KIT School of Management, Ghaziabad. He is an associate member of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. He is a postgraduate in business management, commerce, and economics. With over 16 years of academic and corporate experience, his areas of interest include costing, accountancy, finance, and economics. He has authored textbooks on management of working capital and financial management and has also published various research papers in journals of repute. Now the floor is open for interaction guest faculty. Sir, Aura sir, we welcome you to this webinar, and we have very nice queries which we have received from our students, from our future governance professionals. So we'll take a one by one query, sir. The first query that the students have asked, that there is so much talk going about workforce not dealing with finance.
Professor Sinha,
Yes,
Professor
sir.
Sinha, yeah, before starting, I would like to thanks to you, sir, for your kind words and good afternoon to all. I
Thank you,
would
sir.
like I would like to express my thanks to the institute also for providing me the opportunity to interact with the young future company secretaries.
Uh,
I really appreciate the unique effort of the institute to organize this bi-weekly academic interaction with the student. I believe these sessions can be very useful for the student. So once again, sir, I would like to thank you for the invitation.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. Now, sir, we'll go to the first question our students have asked. That is, there is so much
Okay, sir.
talk going about workforce not dealing with finance, even needs to be conversant with basic financial concepts. Is it a reality or myth? So, sir, do we really need to have a robust knowledge of finance, even if I'm suppose a person? That's what students want to ask. Suppose if I'm a personal manager, marketing manager, sales manager of the organization, where I'm dealing with the products, I'm dealing with the human capital. Still, I need to be conversant with the basic financial concepts.
Yes, sir, definitely. A very good question asked by the students. Actually, sir, as we know, finance is a lifeline for the organization.
Right.
Manager or executive who manage or execute their organizational operations, though they are not dealing with finance, must
Right.
have an understanding of various financial aspects
Right.
that will that would help them, sir, in making important decisions to attain their firm's business objectives.
Right.
The ability to interpret the financial information would help executives in understanding the resource acquisition and allocation for communicating more effective with their firm finance manager. So I believe if they are having some knowledge of finance domain, it will be very helpful for them also and for the organization also to achieve the predetermined goals, sir.
Right, sir. Very nice. So students see how sir has rightly explained. And sir, you will also agree with the fact that finance, as you have said, just to supplement your thoughts, that finance is an indispensable and integral element of any business organization, since it's a
Yes,
lifeblood.
sir.
So whether if I am a marketing manager, I am planning for any marketing strategy to sell any product in new market. So it requires advertisement, it requires market research, it requires launching of the product, all entails some finance. So
Yeah,
some
sir. You need to prepare for the budget also, sir. And that
definitely, yes, yes.
you require the finance knowledge for that also.
Correct. For the
For
budget
even HR, for even HR manager also, sir, they also have to give their budgets. So they should know the basics of the financial accounting of the finance, sir.
right. Very perfect, sir. So now our students have asked a very interesting question, because we can't forget that economic catastrophe or the cataclysm that shook the complete world. पूरा दुनिया को एकदम हिला के रख दिया था. And that is about the global financial crisis. So
Yes,
regarding
sir.
the global financial crisis that struck in the year 2008, spilled over in 2009. So students are asking how financial management can be correlated with this economic disaster, with this financial disaster.
Okay, yes. Very well question, sir. Very well said by the student. The global financial crisis, when we talk around, it was in 2007 and 8, sir.
Right,
It is
right,
also called as subprime mortgage crisis.
correct,
Severe
correct,
contraction of liquidity in global financial market that originated in, everybody know that originated in US, United States. As a
right,
result of the collapse of the US housing market, it threatened to destroy the international financial system, causing
Definitely.
the failure of several major investment and commercial banks there, mortgage
Right.
lenders, insurance companies, and saving and loan associations. Sir,
Right.
I think there were few reasons behind that, that they have distributed so much debt, sir. They have given so much debt in the market, and then the bond rating that was also not correct at that time. Value was
Right.
decreasing of houses, but they don't sell them. And then there was no proper consideration for the risk at that time also, though the risk was increasing.
Right.
So all the above shows that the lack of financial management in that time, and all these matter, we know that all are the concepts that are related to financial management, sir. So
Right.
it is very much related to that, sir.
And sir, to add on, we can't forget the two organizations that actually
Yes, sir.
activated or triggered this crisis was Fannie Mae, which was officially known as the Federal National Mortgage Association (FNMA), and Freddie Mac, which was the
Yes,
Federal
sir.
Home Loan Mortgage Corporation. And these two organizations, based on the U.S. government's agenda of giving home for everyone, and they went
Yeah.
on giving the subprime mortgage. So somewhere that KYC concept lost out, and when the toxic assets are rising for these big financial institutions and like 105-year-old investment bank like Lehman Brothers and other institutions like Merrill Lynch, Goldman Sachs, they were all into troubled waters because Lehman Brothers was not selling off its toxic assets. Even some value was offered by Fed Reserve then governor,
True.
but the chief of the Lehman Brothers was not agreeing on that price, and so somewhere this financial planning went eccentric, and that triggered all this disaster. So this resulted into
Yes,
this
sir. Sir,
crisis.
in this, I would like to mention one good thing in India also. At that time, we can analyze that it has not affected too much in India, because in India we are too good while we are giving loan. यहाँ
Yes,
पर
our
क्या है? You can see the आप loan लेने जाएंगे, everything they will take. लाओ ये proof लाओ, ये proof लाओ. Then here and in America, what was there? They are distributing to loan to the all, and
yes,
there was no monitoring behind that also. So
correct.
that was the bad decision at that time that has been affected the whole
Whole global
economy.
economy got
Yeah,
affected.
global economy. Yes, sir.
So now we have got a question from student, which is a practical dimension, and it relates to a very important chapter we have in our financial management, that is the working capital management. So
Okay.
there a student is asking how a manufacturing sector organization, like any steel company, that is Tata Steel, Steel Auto India Limited, or Jindal Steel, etc., can determine their working capital requirement. So on the
Okay.
manufacturing sector, they're asking how manufacturing sector like steel-based company, so or any manufacturing, you can say automobile sector manufacturing,
Okay.
telecom equipments manufacturing, textile manufacturing. So
That
how?
means basically they are interested in manufacturing companies.
Right, right,
Yeah. Okay. Sir, as we know that broadly there are three methods for estimating or analyzing the requirement of working capital, which generally
right,
we use, that are percentage of revenue or sales method.
correct.
Another is regression analysis method. And the next one is operating cycle method.
Yes,
Now, operating cycle method is the best method for determining the working capital requirement for any manufacturing sector.
right,
By in this operating cycle, the operating cycle is the length of time between the company outlay on raw material, wages, and other expenditures, and the inflow of cash from the sale of goods.
right,
In a manufacturing business, when we especially talk about manufacturing business, operating cycle is the average time that raw material remains in stock, less the period of credit taken from suppliers, plus the time taken for production,
right,
plus time the goods remain in the finished inventory. Because when you will prepare, you will purchase raw material, एकदम तो नहीं बिक जाएगा सारा. You will prepare, there will be work in progress, semi finished goods will be also there, there will be even finished goods also after preparing the finished goods from the raw material. तो वो भी हमारे पास रहेगा, प्लस द टाइम टेकन बाय कस्टमर टू पे फॉर द गुड्स.
Right.
Operating cycle concept is important, sir, for management of cash and management of working capital, because the longer the operating cycle, the more financial resources the company needs. So we should try to have length of the operating cycle, it is to be short, it is to be minimum, because जितना ज्यादा वर्किंग कैपिटल साइकिल होगा उतना ज्यादा आपका फंड जो है इन्वेस्टेड और आपका रिटर्न उतना कम हो जाएगा. नाउ
Right.
आई थिंक to go in detail operating cycle, there are 4 things, that one is raw material storage period, second is work in progress holding period, third is finished goods storage period, and fourth is debtor collection period. And then we will deduct the one that is credit period allowed by supplier creditors. Okay, so we can take an example to understand the same, sir.
Sure, sir.
If
Very
you
nice, sir. Very nice. Very nice.
Sir, if you permit me, can I share my
Yes, yes.
PPT?
Yes, yes.
Sir,
Please share.
but right now I am not having the sharing right, sir. It is disabled.
Sir, kindly give us a moment. In the meantime, we'll continue the discussion. So, sir, in a nutshell, if we say for the operating cycle, then we can say that working capital formula for the students to, for their convenience, they can remember like working capital is equal to raw material plus work in progress plus finished goods plus accounts receivable minus accounts payable. It is something
Yeah.
like before examination they can keep it on the tips. And
Yes, sir.
okay. So this is one, and sir, in the meantime, when you this will give you the rights on these things, we have got one question, sir.
Or I can send you, sir. Can I send you the PPT? You can, if you can share. That we can
No,
also
sir,
do, or it will take time.
Yes, sir, 2 minutes it will take. In the meantime, we will take one question, sir.
Okay, okay, no issue, sir. We can continue, sir.
Sir, here the students wish to know about the concept of cost of capital. What are the
Yeah,
factors that determine the cost of capital? Because we have the different sources of finance. We have equity, we have debt, that is debentures, we have bonds. We can get
yeah,
term loans for the business. So, and equity also, we have equity, like normal equity shares, we have sweat equity shares. Various long-term sources of finance we have in nutshell. So students want to know what is, and there's some cost involved to it, because there's a cost of preference shares, cost of equity, cost of preference shares, cost of debentures. If you can, sir, just briefly touch upon this various cost of long-term source of finance to our students.
sir. One source of finance I would also like to add, like it is one of the important source, that is also retained earnings, sir.
Yes,
That
yes.
is also
Genuinely.
also one of the important source for the organization, because if we are having our own funds, that
Yes.
is too good, because we are not having any certain liability to pay the interest or dividend on that part also. But student, please note down it. Can we say, can you please give the answer in the chat box? Can we say the cost of retained earning is, there is no cost of the retained earning? Is it free of cost available to the company?
Yes.
Yeah, can you please, anyone can write in the chat box, because I think Professor Sinha, it should be interactive session instead
Right,
of
right.
one sided
Yes,
कि
yes.
मैं ही बोलता रहूं.
We will request students से निवेदन करेंगे कि वो अपना जवाब दे जो सर पूछ रहे हैं हमारे अरोड़ा सर, प्लीज.
मैं क्वेश्चन को एक बार रिपीट हिंदी में कर देता हूं कि जो हमारा रिटेन अर्निंग है, क्या वो कॉस्ट ऑफ फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट अवेलेबल है कंपनी को, और अगर यस तो वाई नहीं है तो उसकी कॉस्ट क्या मानी जाएगी?
Sir, I think you can start, give the answer. Students are guessing, and
No issue, no issue. Actually, they hesitate also, sir.
Yes, yes, sure.
They know, I know very well कि institute are having very brilliant students. तो but हम क्या होता है ना कि we do hesitation, sir. कि हमें लगता है कि कहीं गलत ना हो जाए, और this is the सबसे मैं क्या कहूँगा कि खराब पार्ट है हमारे अंदर, कि गलती अगर मैं नहीं भी बता रहा, इन दैट केस ऑल्सो मैं रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं हो रहा, but if I tell, so I will be recognized. So हमेशा in the class, wherever you are, you got the opportunity, because when you go to face the interview, there also you have to speak, है ना? So it is my request. Oh yeah, I have received some responses, sir.
Yes,
देखिए,
I can see.
motivation. This is the motivation.
Yeah, now the questions and answers are coming.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, students. We will discuss like friendly, and there is no hesitation. कोई रिकॉर्ड ऐसा नहीं है कि हम आपसे कुछ कह रहे हैं. This is the only 2 hours I have received. I am blessed to be here to interact with you all. तो जितना आप इसको इंटरेक्टिव बनाएंगे, आपको भी अच्छा लगेगा और मुझे भी अच्छा लगेगा. ओके ओके, तो यहाँ आंसर मुझे मिला है. तो यस, कॉस्ट ऑफ रिटेन अर्निंग, जो रिटेन अर्निंग है, दैट इज नॉट फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट. देयर इज ऑल्सो अ कॉस्ट इन्वॉल्व इन द बिजनेस. अगर हम क्या करते हैं, अगर हम वो पैसा अपने बिजनेस में नहीं लगाते, तो व्हाट विल हैपन, दैट रिटेन अर्निंग वी मस्ट यूज इन सम अल्टरनेटिव वे, है ना? तो वहां पर अगर हम इन्वेस्ट करते हैं, तो इन दैट यू विल गेट द interest amount. So there is always alternative, there is always opportunity cost, okay, that you have foregone if you have invested your own retained earning. Okay, so moving to the question, sir, when we talk about the factors affecting cost of capital, there are two factors which are controllable. One is controllable and one is uncontrollable factors affecting the cost of capital. So as the name is suggesting, that controllable means that can be controlled by the organization. हम लोग उसको control कर सकते हैं. We can reduce. And uncontrollable, हमारे फाइनेंस में सबसे अच्छी बात क्या है कि जो टॉपिक है वही बता देता है सब कुछ. अनकंट्रोलेबल, दैट मीन्स मैं कंट्रोल से बाहर हूँ. आई विल नॉट बी कंट्रोल्ड बाय एनीवन. ओके, तो कौन कौन सी कॉस्ट हैं वो हम डिस्कस करते हैं. नाउ इन द कंट्रोलेबल पार्ट, व्हेन वी डिस्कस, फर्स्ट इज कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर पॉलिसी. इट इज द पॉलिसी ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. ए फर्म हैज control over its capital structure, and it targets an optimal capital structure. As more debt is issued, the cost of debt increases, and as more equity is issued, the cost of equity increases. So, with capital structure, we can manage. Then, dividend policy, one of the most important area of financial decision area. How much to distribute out of the profit? Suppose there is one question from the student. If we have earned, suppose 5 crore rupees, you would distribute all the profit to the shareholders or not?
Right.
हमने 5 करोड़ रुपए प्रॉफिट कमाया इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, क्या सारा डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर दे? इन द चैट सेशन जल्दी से लिखो. वेरी गुड, आई हैव रिसीव्ड सो मेनी रिस्पॉन्स. Lakshmi, Manan, Jain, very good. All are actively listening. So no, we should not distribute all the profit as dividend because future is uncertain and we have to keep some money for the future also. घर में भी जब हम बात करते हैं, when we are earning, तो हम सारा पैसा खर्च नहीं करते हैं. क्यों? At present we are able to earn, but after the retirement, after the age of 60 years, we will not be able to earn. So it is advisable to keep some part of profit with you. और बड़े बड़े फाइनेंस के विद्वानों ने क्या कहा है, एक स्टेटमेंट है, आप लोगों को पता होगी कि डोंट सेव आफ्टर स्पेंडिंग बट स्पेंड आफ्टर सेविंग. ये हमेशा याद रखिएगा. मतलब खर्चा करने के बाद जो बचा वो सेविंग मत करो. यू हैव टू सेव फर्स्ट सेव एंड देन टू द एक्सपेंडिचर to be successful in your future. तो ये फाइनेंस का मंत्र है, ये याद रखिएगा आप लोग. Now the firm has control over its payout ratio. The breakpoint of the marginal cost of the capital structure can be changed. For example, as the payout ratio of the company increases, the breakpoint between lower cost internally generated equity and newly issued equity is lower. Now moving to the investment policy again, it is a controllable part. Now there are some uncontrollable costs also that I will discuss. First is level of interest rate. That is not in your control. The level of interest rate will affect the cost of debt and potentially the cost of equity. For example, when interest rate increases, the cost of debt will also increase, and that will increase your overall cost of capital, because overall cost of capital क्या है आपको पता है? Overall cost of capital means with the capital structure, जहां से भी आपने cost लिया है, so that is specific cost of equity, cost of preference share, cost of debenture, cost of retained earning, that is specific cost. Yeah, Aditya. वेटेड एवरेज कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल इज सबका वेट से जब हम मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे वेट इनटू स्पेसिफिक कॉस्ट, दैट विल गेट WACC, weighted average cost of capital, and all the decision we should take by considering this WACC only.
And sir,
So,
he
sir, one more point is there, tax rate.
yes, please.
Can I explain?
Sure. Most welcome, sir.
Yeah. Again, the tax rate affect the after-tax cost of debt. As tax rate also increases, क्योंकि that is not in our control. Company control नहीं कर सकता कि tax rate बढ़ा दिया जाए या घटा दिया जाए. That is beyond control. So the cost of debt decreases the cost of capital, because we know that debenture is, in debenture we get the benefit of tax. Yes, sir. Sinha sir, would you like to add something?
Yes, sir, just to supplement, it just struck my mind because the topic is so interesting in cost of capital,
Yes.
and those uncontrolled factors, sometimes they can be favorable and then, or they may be unfavorable for the industry. For example, sir, last year when the COVID, again, we had faced COVID and Government of India came up with Atmanirbhar Bharat packages for the MSME
Yeah.
sector, and they raised the limits, they changed the limits of the micro, small and medium enterprises. Many huge number of organizations got benefited. Uncontrollable,
true.
but favorable. But suppose if very regressive taxation, corporate taxation regime is embraced by the government, अगर गवर्नमेंट बहुत कठोर टैक्सेशन प्रक्रिया लाती है, बहुत उसके जो कॉर्पोरेट टैक्स है कंपनियों के लाभांश पर, लाभों पर जो कर है उसकी अगर दरों में
Yes, sir.
बढ़ोतरी हो जाए, तो उसी का ही हम एक दुष्प्रभाव देखेंगे
That's true.
उसके कंपनी
Yeah,
के
true है.
के ऊपर. ये वही मुझे एक दिमाग में आया, सोचा शेयर करूँ इसको.
Yeah,
अच्छा
sir,
सर,
very
आप
rightly said.
राइट है सर, आप अपना पीपीटी शेयर कर सकते हैं, आपको राइट से अभी
Okay.
जो आपका जो ऑपरेटिंग साइकिल का सर.
Okay, yes, I am sharing, sir. It is one. Okay, sir, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir, that question was related to the
Then operating
operating
cycle,
cycle.
working capital
Operating
estimate.
cycle of manufacturing.
Yes.
Manufacturing industries. Okay, yeah. So here we have taken one example, sir. Very
Right.
easy example. How we will calculate the operating cycle of an organization. So here, as we have discussed, we need 5 things, sir. So here we have the data for that, all the 5 things. We have raw material inventory. Average amount is outstanding 1,80,000. Then work in progress inventory is also given. Finished goods inventory is also given. 3 तरह का ही inventory होता है. Raw material, work in progress and finished goods. Then working capital की बात करते हैं तो debtor is also there and creditor is also there. So debtors and creditors are also mentioned. Here average value per day. Assuming 350 days are there in a year. Purchase of raw material 2500 average value. Cost of sale average value is 4,000 and the sales average value is 5,000. Now what we will do? We will calculate period of raw material in stock. So raw material was 180 divided by purchase of raw material was 2500. So it comes to 72 days.
Yes.
Less you can deduct creditor here also, or you can deduct at the end after adding the 4 points. So it is up to you. Yeah, this is not right, anything right and wrong, है ना? तो आप यहाँ पर भी रिड्यूस कर सकते हैं और यू कैन रिड्यूस एट द एंड ऑल्सो। तो ये मत सोचना कि सर ने यहाँ दिखाया है तो मैंने लास्ट में घटा दिया तो गलत हो जाएगा। नाउ credit granted by the supplier. So here creditor were 1 lakh rupees divided by 2500, that is 40. So 72 minus 40, it is 32. Now period of production. How much time we take inventory in work in progress? It is 96,000 divided by cost of, it will be calculated on the basis of cost of sale, and that is 4,000. So it comes to 24 days. Now finished goods कितने टाइम हमारे पास रहा? Finished goods inventory is 1,20,000 divided by 4,000, comes to 30 days. Now next is credit taken by customer. जो हमारा debtor था 1,50,000 rupees, debtor was there and the sale value was 5,000 per day, average value was, so it will be 30 days. So after adding all the four value, you will get your operating cycle period is 116. तो यहाँ कितना 116, I think it is too high. 116 दिन बाद आपका पैसा जो है वापस, आपको कोशिश क्या करना है, योर ऑपरेटिंग साइकिल पीरियड शुड बी कैसा होना चाहिए?
Yes, students, it should be more or less. Sir, one answer is coming more.
बेटा जितना टाइम बाद, समझो इस बात को प्लीज, क्योंकि ऑपरेटिंग साइकिल में क्या है कि जितना टाइम बाद जितना ये ज्यादा होगा, यानी कि उतने टाइम बाद आपका पैसा आ रहा है, ठीक है ना, रिकवरी हो रही है, तो दैट मींस यू हैव टू इन्वेस्ट योर फंड्स फॉर दैट टाइम। अगर आपको 50 डेज में मिल जाएगा तो 50 डेज का आपके पास एडिशनल टाइम मिल जाएगा, तो 50 डेज 116 minus 50, what will happen? You can invest your funds for 66 days in the market and you can earn a handsome return. So in finance, always think from return point of view. That means we have to maximize our return. एक दिन भी पैसा खाली नहीं रहना है, नो आइडल फंड इन द बिजनेस। अगर आपके पास पैसा है, यू गो टू द शॉर्ट टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट, शॉर्ट टर्म मार्केट, और वहां आप 2 दिन 3 दिन 4 दिन के लिए इन्वेस्ट करें एंड अर्न मोर मनी, बिकॉज उस कहावत बिल्कुल सही है, पैसा ही पैसे को ही पैसा खींचता है बेटा, है ना। तो आइडल इफ यू हैव केप्ट इन योर लोकर, तो व्हाट विल हैपन? अगर अच्छा एक एग्जांपल लेते हैं सर, वी हैव केप्ट 10 लाख रुपीज, मैं बच्चों से पूछ रहा हूँ 10 लाख रुपए मैंने अपने लोकर में रख दिया, और लोकर भी मैं आई एम गिविंग इनडायरेक्ट इंडिकेशन। लोकर मींस जो अलमारी का पहला ताला होता है, फिर एक लोकर होता है और उसके अंदर एक तीसरा लोकर होता है।
Right.
I have kept 10 lakh rupees there. After 5 years, I have withdrawn that 10 lakh rupees से 10 लाख रखा था, 5 साल बाद 10 लाख निकाला, तो उसकी क्या वैल्यू होगी, कोई बच्चा बता सकता है? What I will get 10 lakh or less or more. सर मुझे यहाँ से चैट का ऑप्शन नहीं दिख रहा, आप बताइएगा कि क्या रिस्पॉन्स आ रहा है।
Sir, some students are saying same, some are saying nothing, no value.
Okay.
Some are giving the same value. Lakhs आपने रखा, 10 लाख आपको मिला। कोई कह रहा है कुछ भी नहीं मिलेगा, कोई कह रहा है कि मैक्सिमम आ रहा है कुछ। एक आंसर बहुत अच्छा है, अपॉर्चुनिटी लॉस्ट करके, अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट के एंगल से सोचा एक स्टूडेंट ने।
या ट्रू, यही हम चाह रहे थे कि हमें कोई जवाब मिले कि आपका वैल्यू तो वो 10 लाख ही होगा, आप गिनोगे तो 10 लाख ही होगा, बट द परचेजिंग पावर विल नॉट रिमेन द सेम। 5 साल बाद आपका इन्फ्लेशन भी तो कवर करो, आपकी महंगाई कितनी बढ़ गई है, 5 साल में पेट्रोल का रेट देखो कहां से कहां चला गया, फिर लगाओ इन्फ्लेशन। तो आपका वो 10 लाख रुपया, मेरे हिसाब से अगर आप 8% इन्फ्लेशन लगाते हैं तो 40% रिड्यूस कर दो, you will get the utility of only 6 lakh rupees.
Sir, here they have what is the time value of money concept here, that what they study in finance.
Yeah. True sir. Okay sir, so I should stop this sharing.
Yes. Students, I think you all have clarified doubts regarding the operating cycle calculation. because and now like just tell you students, like you have asked that for steel sector, now any manufacturing organization, whether it's steel, whether it's automobile, whether it's automobile parts, whether it's telecom equipment manufacturing, whether it is heavy goods engineering goods manufacturing. So now you can apply this logic or this concept of operating cycle, whether to Tata Steel or Steel Authority India Limited. You can apply to MRF tires, you can apply to ACC Cements, you can apply this concept to your Tata Motors, Maruti Suzuki, etc. Sir, I hope is correct, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, one question I would like to ask with a student on this.
Yes, yes, please,
कि
most welcome, sir.
If it is service industry, तो
Right.
क्या same we should
हाँ,
adopt or
बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है. Yes, students, please answer. If it is service sector, Bajaj Finance, आपका सर्विस सेक्टर बेस्ड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है. ताज ग्रुप ऑफ होटल सर्विस सेक्टर है. आपका फोर्टिस हॉस्पिटल सर्विस सेक्टर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है. क्या उसमें भी आप यही ऑपरेटिंग साइकिल का मेथड लगा सकते हैं वर्किंग कैपिटल एस्टिमेशन के लिए? कुछ और मेथड हमको सोचना पड़ेगा. सर, यस सर, इज यस.
now Akashdeep is saying no.
अच्छा, so we have
we need
other method.
we need some more response.
Yes,
जल्दी
yes.
करो, जल्दी से जल्दी बेटा.
Now
It
no
should
are
be-
coming. So if no,
it
then
should
what is the
be-
method? We have three methods. Again, what sir has said in the beginning, we know the three methods: estimation of working capital, operating cycle, regression analysis or least square method, and percentage of sales method, which is one of the oldest method.
Sir,
Okay.
actually, I would like to share one story if you permit me.
Yes, yes, please, please, sir, go ahead.
And it is very important story for the student point of view.
Right, right, right.
So if they will understand the concept behind the story, so naturally they will learn a lot today.
Definitely.
So,
definitely.
sir, if you allow,
Please, please
can
go ahead.
I
Kindly.
speak the theory in Hindi?
Yes,
Story in Hindi.
Sure,
Okay.
sure, sir.
So student, what happened? बहुत ढंग से समझेगा. मेरी फेवरेट स्टोरी है, मैं हमेशा सुनाता हूँ जहाँ भी मौका मिलता है. तो यहाँ आज अपॉर्चुनिटी इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ कंपनी सेक्रेटरी, जो टॉप इंस्टीट्यूट इन इंडिया में मुझे अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली है बात करने का. तो देयर वाज अ संत, साधु महात्मा संत तो आप लोग समझते होंगे, ठीक है. अब संत क्या थे, वो डेली जो है जंगल में जाते थे और दाना चारा डालते थे पैरेट्स को. पैरेट समझते ना आप, तोते जो होते हैं. तो पैरेट की एक क्वालिटी होती है कि कोई बता सकता है कि व्हाट इज द क्वालिटी ऑफ द पैरेट? तोते की क्या क्वालिटी होती है? बिल्कुल रट्टू तोता होता है ना. आप उसको जो समझाओगे, पढ़ाओगे, लिखाओगे, वो बिल्कुल रट लेगा और वो एग्जैक्ट वो आपको वो बोल देगा. ठीक है. तो ये जो साधु महात्मा संत की मैंने आपसे बात करी है बेटा, ये थ्योरी में ऐसे नहीं बता रहा. इट इज अ मैनेजमेंट थ्योरी और आपके लर्निंग के लिए है. इट इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग थ्योरी. और मैं भी, आप में से कई लोग आगे जाके इसको अपनी थ्योरी अपने एग्जाम्पल में यूज करें. तो वो साधु संत जो थे, महात्मा, तो महात्मा जी से थे जो वो एक ही बात कहते थे. वो मैं बताता हूँ, उसको बहुत ढंग से सुनिएगा. एक दिन पहरी मतलब हंटर, शिकारी. एक दिन पहरी आएगा, जाल बिछाएगा, दाना डालेगा, चुगना नहीं. मतलब एक दिन हंटर आएगा और वो अपना जाल बिछाएगा और वो दाना डालेगा ताकि आप लोग आओ और वो आपको पकड़ ले. तो वो रोज समझाते थे. तो अब जब वो डेली का उनका काम था, तो क्या होने लगा, आप लोग मुझे फीडबैक जरूर दीजिएगा कहानी कैसे लगी. तो क्या हुआ, तोतों को तो याद हो गई. अब वो संत हमारे आते थे, वो रोज यही काम करते थे. तोते भी साथ में गाते थे कि एक दिन पहली आएगा, दाना डालेगा, चुगना नहीं. ठीक है. तो तोतों ने भी गाना शुरू कर दिया. तो अच्छी बात है. तो अब एक दिन क्या हो गया, सच में हंटर आ गया. एक दिन शिकारी सच में पहुंच गया और अपने बेटे के साथ पहुंच गया. अब हुआ क्या सर, वहां पे तोते गाना गा रहे थे. तो बेटा तो बड़ा नाराज हो गया. बेटा कहने लगा कि व्हाट इज दिस डैड, ये तो दे आर वेरी इंटेलिजेंट और इनको तो सब कुछ पता है क्या क्या होने वाला है. तो व्हाई वी हैव टू वेस्ट टाइम हियर, चलो यहाँ नहीं मिलेंगे, चलते हैं कहीं और. तो पिताजी ने कहा, बेटा रुक जा, मैं फादर हूँ, बाप तो मैं ही हूँ. तो जाल बिछा दिया, दाना डाल दिया. व्हाट हैपन, सारे तोते आ गए और वो गाना गाते गाते वो तोते सारे आ गए और हंटर ने जो है सबको पकड़ लिया। तो व्हाट इज द मोरल ऑफ द स्टोरी, कोई बता पाएगा? मोरल ऑफ द स्टोरी इज, कोई आंसर का मैं उम्मीद करूं? रटो मत। वेरी गुड, दैट मीन्स व्हाट इज द लॉजिक बिहाइंड दैट स्टेटमेंट, है ना? यही हम जब न्यूमेरिकल की बात करते हैं हम कहते हैं कि कॉन्सेप्ट शुड बी क्लियर, योर कॉन्सेप्ट शुड बी क्लियर। हम क्या बोल रहे हैं, क्यों बोल रहे हैं, कहाँ लगा रहे हैं कॉन्सेप्ट, दैट शुड बी वेरी क्लियर टू यू। अदरवाइज मैं अगर आपको 100 न्यूमेरिकल करा दूं एक जैसे, 101वें न्यूमेरिकल में सर क्या होगा, ये मेरी शक्ल देखेंगे
सही बात है।
कि सर ये तो आपने बताया ही नहीं था।
वैरायटी ऑफ न्यूमेरिकल करना पड़ेगा।
यस सर,
वैरायटी ऑफ न्यूमेरिकल, वैरायटी ऑफ सिनेरियो बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस हमको करनी पड़ेगी।
हाँ, तो यू शुड बी वेरी क्लियर विद द कॉन्सेप्ट्स बिहाइंड। हम कहते हैं न्यूमेरिकल इज नथिंग इफ यू आर conceptually good, if your concepts are clear, तो कैसा भी न्यूमेरिकल आ जाए it is sure that you will do। हाँ, अगर कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर नहीं है, we have only the ratification कि इस तरीके का क्वेश्चन आता है, what is the correlation, ठीक है, कोरिलेशन क्या है, काल पियर्सन का याद कर लिया, R is equal to sigma x y, sigma x into sigma y dx dy, ये अपन स्क्वायर ये और वो रेक्टिफिकेशन हो गया। अब वहां पे उन्होंने कुछ और तरीके से दे दिया, तो व्हाट विल हैपन, हम नहीं कर पाएंगे ना। तो द थिंग इज वी हैव टू सी द लॉजिक बिहाइंड एवरीथिंग, ठीक है। तो दिस वाज द शॉर्ट स्टोरी व्हिच आई हैव शेयर्ड। तो उम्मीद करता हूँ आप लोगों को पसंद आया होगा। सर, we have next question.
Yes, sir. So now, sir, we can come to a solution that that for service sector based organizations like hotel industry or hospitals or for logistics based like Blue Dart and all these things, they can go for regression analysis model, least square method of estimation of working capital, like y is equal to a plus bx.
Y is equal to a plus bx is standard regression
equation formula which we use. So students, we can go for that, taking the cue from the story, nice to sir has said. So we can go for regression analysis model.
Yeah, that is very important because what I have seen कि इस regression analysis पे बहुत सारी किताबों में न्यूमेरिकल दिया ही नहीं है, बट थ्योरेटिकल कॉन्सेप्ट करके हमने छोड़ दिया है। बट we should add the numerical also, क्योंकि लगता है रिग्रेशन एनालिसिस वाला है तो हम वहां कर लेते हैं, लेकिन क्या होता है अब बच्चे के दिमाग में ये है कि रिग्रेशन एनालिसिस इज इन स्टैटिस्टिक, तो यार ये यहाँ कैसे हो सकता है। तो वी शुड कीप 1 or 2 numerical here also.
Very well said, sir. We will definitely.
So sir, I am going to share my PPT if you permit me, sir.
Yes sir, please go ahead, sir.
Okay, so next method is regression method. As Kina sir has already told you, there is one simple equation y equals to a plus bx. Now what is the logic? We have to calculate only a and b. Okay, if we are having a and b, then easily we can put in the equation, okay, the value of x, and you can determine your need of working capital. Okay, so this is one of the another method for determining the working capital requirement by using regression method. So I am sharing one numerical here. So what will be given in the question? You will be given this much information. You have serial number, you have years, you have sales, and you have working capital for 2001 to 2010. 10-year data is given here from 2001 to 10. Sales value X is given and working capital Y is also given. Now suppose we have to forecast for the year according to this example for the year 2011 or 12 or any year, and estimated sale is there. How we will compute our working capital requirement? So what we have to do, First three columns are given, serial number is there, year is there, sale is there, working capital is there. Sorry, 4 columns are already there. Then you have to calculate product of sales and working capital. That is X multiplied by Y. And then you have to square of sales, X square. Why we need this? Because to get A and B, we have two formulas that I will show you in the next slide. So we have to put this value in that formula to calculate the value of A and B. Okay. So what is the, when we say A is the intercept and B is the slope. Okay. So how we will calculate intercept and slope? There we have two equation, regression equation. By solving that, we will get the intercept and the slope. So moving further, the next slide is, here we have the two formulas, sigma y is equal to na plus b sigma x. Statistic में सबने पढ़ा होगा. And second is sigma xy equals to a sigma x plus b sigma x का square. Now what we can do, we can put all the values. ये value sigma y का, n का और sigma x का. Here sigma xy, sigma x and sigma x का square. ये value सारी कहाँ से आया है? This is from this previous slide. Xy was given. We have calculated xy and x square. Now we will put all the values in these two equations. Okay, and I know that you all can solve the equations very well. By solving these equations, you will get the value of b. Here it is 0.7185. Slope is there, and then putting the value of b, you will get the value of a. So now we have regression equation y equals to a plus bx. So a आपके पास 15 minus 15.078 plus b into x. So the final regression equation is, here is the working capital regression equation, minus 15.078 we have seen, अभी हमने a निकाला था. फिर यहाँ पे 0.7185 into sales. Now it is given, if the forecasted sale for the year 2015 are 300, as per the question it is given कि 2015 का forecasted sale तो 300 है. अब आप मेरे को बताओ कि what should be the working capital requirement. तो हम क्या करेंगे, यहाँ सेल की वैल्यू पुट करेंगे into 300 and your working capital requirement will come, it is 200.472. So this is the way how we can calculate the requirement of working capital by using regression analysis method. Okay. So if there is any doubt, you can write me in the chat section.
So
this was given.
If you have any query regarding this regression analysis method or estimation of working capital, you can put your queries to us. Any further queries? Sir, thank you, very nicely explained to regression analysis, and now our students can actually go to moneycontrol.com website or see any annual report of any service sector based company, and then they themselves can apply this formula and estimate the working capital maybe of Fortis, maybe of Tata Groups, maybe of Thomas Cook, or maybe of your Blue Dart or FedEx, or any service based organizations. And they will be really a good learning, a practical oriented learning.
Sir, that will be the real case study. If they will do that, that will be the real case study. And they can even compare. They can even compare in the industries also.
Sure, intra-firm comparison they can do. Like inter-firm and intra-firm. So they can do intra-firm comparison of the working capital estimations and which company can more working capital. Yeah, so they can analyze in which sector more working capital requirement is there and in which sector there is less working capital. Naturally, in manufacturing sector, working capital requirement is more. Correct. Sir, shall we move to next question? With your permission. Yeah, sir. Yeah. So they are not having any confusion regarding, sir, how to do numerical question, because what I think
in numerical there are so many जो है कह सकते हैं problems are there with the student कि यार numerical नहीं होता है. मैंने ये देखा है in the class also.
सही बात
बच्चे
है,
they are very good with the theory part.
करेक्ट, सही
But
बात
when it comes to numerical तो क्या होता है वो लोग सोचते हैं कि यार ये छूट जाए.
है. Right, sir. No, sir. From today's session onwards, I think students will definitely practice more and more of numerical. Sir, we have
For
got
that,
yes, sir.
for numerical, I would like to suggest a Guru Mantra for our student, that is 3 P's.
Yes, sir.
Numerical के लिए there are 3 P's, that is first P is practice, second P is practice, and third P is practice.
Yes, sir. Thanks. Right, very true, sir. Sir, now coming to next.
But don't restrict to only one book, beta. There are so many opportunities are there. So availability of data is so much. ठीक है, तो मैक्सिमम एक्सप्लोर करो. ये नहीं है कि हमने ठीक है 4 क्वेश्चन कर लिए इस बुक के, दैट इज ओके. जब तक आपको समझ ना आ जाए कॉन्सेप्ट, जितना प्रैक्टिस करोगे उतना समझ आएगा. ठीक है, क्योंकि ये नहीं है. वन मोर थिंग सर आई वुड लाइक टू ऐड, अगर हमें क्रिकेट मैच जीतना है तो मैं मैच बस देखता रहूं टीवी में तो जीतूंगा नहीं कभी.
Right.
Sometimes what they do na, sometimes what students do, they even read numerical also like theory.
Correct.
वो उसको भी पढ़ना शुरू कर देते हैं कि चलो इसको भी हम याद कर लेते हैं. So that is not good with the numerical part. You have to give, you have to focus more. और one more thing, sir, I would always like to say, हम लोग क्या करते हैं ना, हमारे साथ एक प्रॉब्लम है, जो टफ होता है हम उसको थोड़ा सा इग्नोर करते हैं कि यार ये तो टफ है, ये रहने दो, ये सिंपल है, रिवीजन भी उसी का करते रहते हैं. बट व्हाट वी शुड डू, वी शुड वन थिंग, डू टफेस्ट थिंग फर्स्ट. जो आपको सबसे टफ लग रहा है उस पे आप कंट्रोल कर लो बेटा. बाकी तो इजी है, वो तो सब हो ही जाएगा इसी. तो अपने कहते हैं ना डर के आगे जीत, वही वाली बात है. तो जो आपको डिफिकल्ट लग रहा है सबसे पहले सबसे ज्यादा टाइम उसी पे फोकस करो, क्योंकि व्हाट विल हैपन कि लास्ट टाइम में अगर आप उसको कोशिश करोगे तो क्या होगा, ऐसी क्रूशियल टाइम में लास्ट टाइम में अगर आप कोशिश करोगे तो इट विल बी डिफिकल्ट. ओके, so next we can move to the next question, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, students are asking that if you can kindly provide regarding the application of operating leverage through an example of manufacturing firm, like any manufacturing automobile or like we have discussed steel sector. So first, sir, if you can kindly explain now, students, what is operating leverage, the concept, formula, and its applications.
When we talk about operating leverage, sir, operating leverage is, as we know, it is one of the technique to measure the impact of change in sale, which lead for change in the profit of the company.
Right.
The existence of operating leverage in any organization due to the existence of fixed cost.
Correct.
Okay, if there is no fixed cost, what will be the operating leverage of the organization?
Yes, students, please answer.
Question, this is a question for the student.
Someone saying no leverage.
मैं दोबारा समझाता हूं बच्चों. अगर हमारे पास फिक्स कॉस्ट नहीं है, there is no fixed cost, तो आप बताइए कि ऑपरेटिंग लीवरेज क्या होगा उस कंपनी का. हमें समझना है इस चीज को. I get no leverage, zero leverage. ऑपरेटिंग लीवरेज की वैल्यू निकल के आएगी उस कंपनी की, that will be yes. Operating leverage ratio will be 1, because operating leverage is, मैं हवा में करा रहा हूँ, करिएगा मेरे साथ. Operating leverage is contribution upon EBIT, and the contribution minus fixed cost is EBIT. So if contribution is 50,000 and fixed cost is 0, EBIT will be 50,000. So yes sir, 50,000 upon 50,000 आंसर देखिए सर आने लग गए हैं चैट बॉक्स में. 50,000 upon 50,000 upon 50,000, it will be 1. So operating leverage helps to identify the position of fixed cost. Operating leverage measures the relationship between the sales and revenue of the company during a particular period. Operating leverage also helps to understand the level of fixed cost which is invested in the operating expenses of business activity. It describes the overall position of the fixed operating cost. Now, due to high capital investment requirement in manufacturing companies like automobile sector, they need a huge amount of fixed assets investment. So it's difficult to enter the automotive market. And automotive player easily invest more than around, it is a estimate $1 billion to set up a new manufacturing plant. So it would take 5 to 8 years approx for the break even also. In other words, the industry will be having very high operating leverage because they require high investment of funds.
Right, sir. Sir, just I would like to supplement here one thing on this operating leverage, sir. Like,
Yes.
like operating leverage has one critical area that needs to focus also. The higher the degree of operating leverage, the greater will be the potential danger from forecasting risk. Why? Because in which a relatively small error in forecasting sales can be magnified into large errors in cash flow projections because it directly with sales. So
Very true, sir.
even if a forecasting goes slightly on sales wrong, suppose TVS Motors does some minor forecasting error in selling of the two-wheeler bikes or two-wheeler vehicles, then it may affect severely their cash flows future. So this has to be treated very, this operating level has to be dealt with very seriously. It has to be very
Yes,
carefully. This is the risk
that is
factor.
true, sir. One more thing I would like to add and to suggest our student, if we are having operating leverage high, in that
Right.
case, we should try our financial leverage should be low
Right.
because overall risk can be controlled. Suppose if we have high operating leverage, high financial leverage, what will happen? Your total risk will be too high. तो
Right.
हम
Right.
हमेशा we have to manage when we are doing leverage analysis. हम जब देख रहे हैं तो हमें ये ध्यान रखना है कि अगर ऑपरेटिंग लेवरेज हायर साइड में है तो फाइनेंशियल को भी मैं हाई ना करूं ताकि मेरा रिस्क जो है वो बहुत ज्यादा ना बढ़े.
ना बढ़ जाए. सही बात. Sir, can we take up next question from our student who just come? Sir,
Yes, sir.
regarding sir the project appraisal, what are the technical aspects that a business organization needs to consider? That how that whatever the projects that the business starts with, suppose they're coming new project, new
Yeah.
expansion of new setting of plants, buying of new machinery. It can be
Yes, sir.
any organic growth or inorganic organic growth their company is going. So what are the factors or what are the technical technical aspects that a business organization needs to consider for project appraisal?
Yes, sir. The project is evaluated, as we know all, primarily from market, technical, and financial feasibility point of view. There are 3 point of view. मार्केट फिजिबिलिटी क्या है, टेक्निकल फिजिबिलिटी क्या है, फाइनेंशियल फिजिबिलिटी क्या है, बिकॉज उसके बिना तो हम किसी भी प्रोजेक्ट को स्टार्ट करने की सोच भी नहीं सकते. एंड व्हेन वी स्पेशली टॉक अबाउट द टेक्निकल फिजिबिलिटी, द टेक्निकल फिजिबिलिटी इज जनरली एग्जामिन्ड बाय टेक्निकल स्पेशलिस्ट इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. In case of high specialized project, the bank seeks opinion or get the project appraised through experts also. क्योंकि अगर गलत estimation, गलत report बन गया तो what will happen? They have to bear a huge loss. So technical feasibility involves a study of the feasibility of selected technical process and
Oh,
its suitability under Indian condition should be there. अगर हम इंडियन कंपनी की बात कर रहे हैं तो ऐसी कोई टेक्निक ना हो जो हमारे पास अवेलेबल ही नहीं है या उसके एक्सपर्ट अवेलेबल नहीं है.
सही
So
बात.
that is of no use. Then we have to see the so many factors we have to consider regarding the project, location of the project, what will the plant layout, appropriateness of chosen equipment. जो भी equipment we have to choose, वो that should be appropriate. And then technology part, availability of raw material is there or not. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि raw material available नहीं है, बहुत दूर से मंगाना पड़ रहा है. What will happen? This will increase the cost.
Right.
Power and other inputs required are there or not.
Right.
Then availability of infrastructure for the project, the techno-economic assumption and parameters used, training of manpower कितना चाहिए है, available नहीं है, that all and all other legal requirement on documentation, licensing and registration. What are the requirements that we have to consider before selecting any project?
So, sir, then it's a very good input you have given. So now, students, whenever you come across any news in Economic Times, Business Standard, or Business Line, that Tatas are going off with some new project, coming up with some expansion plan, or any Maruti Suzuki is coming expansion plan, or Toyota Motors is coming. So you should immediately recall the factors that are influencing. जो factors होती हैं जो किसी भी project appraisal के, अभी जैसे सर ने बताई हमको, चाहे वो फाइनेंसिंग डायमेंशन से हो, टेक्निकल डायमेंशन से हो, ये सारी जो बातें हैं ये हमको, तब हम उसको मैप कर सकेंगे जब हम इस तरह की न्यूज़ पढ़ेंगे. तो आप जैसे न्यूज़ पढ़िए इस तरह के, और न्यूज़ आइटम्स पढ़िए बिजनेस न्यूज़पेपर से, तो आपका जो नॉलेज है उसका एक प्रैक्टिकल डायमेंशन भी आपको मिलता रहेगा. सर,
सर,
वेरी.
वन मोर थिंग आई वुड लाइक टू ऐड. आपने बहुत अच्छा कहा है कि हमारे इन बच्चों को न्यूज वगैरह, डेली अफेयर्स क्या हो रहे हैं, क्या चल रहे हैं, क्योंकि आज के टाइम में जो स्टूडेंट है उसको he should be aware regarding all the things. केवल not only that should be restricted to the bookish knowledge. आसपास सराउंडिंग में क्या हो रहा है, एनवायरनमेंट में क्या हो रहा है, एंड दैट आपने बहुत अच्छा कहा है कि they have to read the newspaper, they have to listen the news also in the TV. So that is good suggestion given by you, sir.
सर, एक क्वेश्चन आया है हमको, क्योंकि डिविडेंड पॉलिसी ये भी एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट चैप्टर है, और इसमें कई मॉडल हैं. गोल्डन ग्रोथ मॉडल है, वॉल्टर मॉडल है, ग्राम डोट मॉडल है, मिलर मॉडल यानी. तो इसमें वॉल्टर मॉडल के ऊपर स्टूडेंट्स आस्किंग थ्रू अ प्रैक्टिकल एग्जांपल काइंडली एक्सप्लेन वॉल्टर्स डिविडेंड पॉलिसी. जो वॉल्टर का जो 3 सिनेरियो हैं, रिटर्न ऑन इक्विटी इज ग्रेटर देन कॉस्ट ऑफ इक्विटी, रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट इज ग्रेटर देन कॉस्ट ऑफ इक्विटी, if return is less than cost of equity.
Yeah,
कोई
types
भी
of firm
कोई
that has
scenario
been explained by the Walter. Yes, sir.
यस यस. तो इस पे थोड़ा सा
So
अगर आप
that's
प्रकाश डालें सर.
rightly said, sir. It is very important chapter, and every time we will see is question इसमें से आता ही आता है.
जी जी.
So it is in any syllabus, any course you go to, is any professional course, or you go to any MBA course or any other, wherever it is there in the syllabus, you will get this question. So here I would like to discuss it in detail. As we know, sir, there are two dividend policy. हमारे स्टूडेंट को जरूर पता होगा, there are two dividend policies, relevance and irrelevance. मैंने पहले भी समझाया था कि हमारा सबसे आसान, सबसे बढ़िया फाइनेंस है. एवरीथिंग इट इज क्लियर विद द नेम इटसेल्फ. रेलेवेंस पॉलिसी जो कहती है दैट इज डिविडेंड इज रेलेवेंट. इररेलेवेंस पॉलिसी दैट सेज डिविडेंड इज नॉट रेलेवेंट. सो सर, आई वाज सेइंग कि हमारे यहाँ फाइनेंस में इतना बढ़िया है, जो भी नाम ले दो वो अपने आप सेल्फ एक्सप्लेनेटरी हो जाता है. रेलेवेंस थ्योरी कह रहा है कि रेलेवेंस है, इररेलेवेंस थ्योरी कह रहा है रेलेवेंस नहीं है. सो हियर वॉल्टर इज द रेलेवेंस थ्योरी. वॉल्टर ने कहा नहीं, इट इज रेलेवेंट. डिविडेंड पॉलिसी इज वेरी रेलेवेंट. इट विल अफेक्ट द वैल्यू ऑफ द फर्म एंड द वैल्यू ऑफ द शेयर होल्डर ऑल्सो. सो प्रोफेसर जेम्स ई वॉल्टर थे जिन्होंने दैट हैज डेवलप्ड थ्योरेटिकल मॉडल which shows the relationship between dividend policy and common stock price. The basic premise underlying the formulation is that price reflect the present value of expected dividend in the long run. The model operates, sir, on the objective of maximizing common stockholder wealth. In general, if a firm is able to earn a higher return on earning retained, then the stockholder is able to earn on a like investment when it would appear beneficial to retain these earning. That means अगर हमारी organization में अगर हम we are reinvesting our funds and we are generating 15% return and in the market we are getting only 12%. So it is better to reinvest in the organization itself, because what will happen, it will benefit to the investor. बाहर अगर आप इन्वेस्ट करते हैं तो आपको 12% मिल रहा है, कंपनी में इन्वेस्ट करेंगे तो you will get 15%. So that will be the good. Now Walter model, before explaining that, I would like to share Walter has given Walter view on optimum dividend payout ratio. What should be the optimum payout ratio? ये बहुत important concept है. So Walter has divided the firm into 3 categories. These are growth firm, declining firm, and normal firm. So which is the growth firm? Can anybody tell me in the chat section?
Yes, friends, which firm, what type of firms are known as growth firms under Walter's model? Or which scenario will lead to a firm into a growing stage firm, a growth oriented firm?
Okay. Okay, let I will take 1 minute first, then we will go to the numerical part, sir.
Yes, sir.
A growth firm is that firm where R is greater than K.
Correct.
In that case, internal return is more than the market return. So what should be the optimum payout ratio? So here Walter has suggested the payout ratio should be 0. Zero dividend policy, because we are getting more in our organization. So we should invest all the fund in the organization only, no payout. For declining firm, when we are earning less in our, while we are investing fund into our business and we are getting more in the market. So it is good to distribute all the earning to the 100% distribution is good, because they will get more amount in the market. And if it is a normal firm, so the returns are equal, that in that case, all the payout are optimum. That will not affect your value. So this was very relevant to explain here, because now I will move to the numerical. There you can analyze the thing. You can see कि ये किस तरीके से जो फर्म बनाई है कैसे अफेक्ट करती हैं. Now I am sharing. Yeah, here I have taken a small example. A company earned 5 per share. That means EPS. Earning per share is 5. The capitalization rate is 10%. And as a rate of return on investment is 18%. Market की अगर हम बात करते हैं, market capitalization is 10% only, and investment rate, return on investment is 18%. According to Walter model, what should be the price per share at 25% dividend payout? If we are considering a payout of 25% only. And the other most important part of this question is this is the optimum payout ratio according to the Walter? क्या ये ऑप्टिमम रेशो है वॉल्टर के हिसाब से? 25% डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हो रहा है, इज इट ऑप्टिमम? तो इसीलिए मैंने आपको एक्सप्लेन किया था, आई हैव टेकन फ्यू मिनट्स, कि टाइप ऑफ फर्म आपको पता होना चाहिए कि इट इज अ ग्रोथ फर्म, इट इज अ declining firm, or it is a normal firm. After that only you can decide it is a optimum payout ratio or not. So let's move to the solution. As we know, formula is D plus R upon KE, E minus D. E is earning per share, D is dividend per share. Okay. So D is 1.25. कहाँ से आया ये? हमारे क्वेश्चन में देखिए, अर्निंग वाज 5 एंड पे आउट वाज 25. सो डी का फॉर्मूला क्या होता है? ईपीएस इनटू पे आउट रेशियो. व्हेन वी मल्टीप्लाई अर्निंग पर शेयर विद द पे आउट, यू विल गेट द डिविडेंड. पे आउट का मतलब है हाउ मच वी हैव डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड. तो अर्निंग में से हमने 25% डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया, तो 25% ऑफ 5 विल बी, it will be 1.25. Then R we have given 0.18, AE we have given 0.10, 5 minus 1.25 upon KE. Answer is 80. ठीक है. तो अब सेकंड पार्ट की बात आया, इज द ऑप्टिमम पे आउट रेशियो अकॉर्डिंग टू वॉल्टर. क्या जो ये 25% डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन किया है, क्या ये ऑप्टिमम है? इतना ही होना चाहिए था, कम होना चाहिए था, या ज्यादा होना चाहिए था? स्टूडेंट प्लीज लेट मी नो इन द चैट सेक्शन. सर कोई अगर आंसर आता है तो बताइएगा.
Good, sir. It's not optimum payout ratio. One student is writing. It's not optimum payout ratio.
Okay. Good. Why it is not optimum? So I have mentioned here, this is not the optimum dividend payout ratio, because Walter suggests a 0% dividend payout ratio in situation where R is greater than KE. As we can see, internal return are more than market return. Market capitalization rate is only 10%, and we are earning 18%. So it is better to declare zero payout, and at that zero payout you will calculate, आप सब लोग calculate करिएगा, you will get the answer, it will be 90 rupees. So हमने देखा. अब आप समझना क्या है? समझना ये है कि जब हमने पे आउट 0 किया तो देखो वैल्यू इसका बढ़ गया, 80 था और 0 करने पे इसका वैल्यू बढ़ गया, है ना. तो यही हमें वहां समझना है कि क्या रिलेशन बताया इसने फर्म का, और अगर यही डिक्लाइनिंग फर्म होता तो अपोजिट इफेक्ट आता है इसका. ओके सर.
Okay, sir. Very right, very correctly said, sir. You have explained the Walters model so lucid, बहुत आसानी से समझाया. I hope students have got clarity of doubts regarding this Walters model. And so now we come to the next question. Like, suppose if we consider ourselves an investor, one student is asking, as a potential investor, should we prefer cash dividend or stock dividend, and rationale for the same? क्या हम cash dividend उसी करना ज्यादा सही होगा, या कंपनी शेयर्स देते हैं हमको डिविडेंड को, आप लोग वो लेना सबसे सही होगा?
ओके
इन्वेस्टर के नजरिए से.
ओके. तो सर before this I would like to explain dividend. Though everyone knows that dividend is a distribution of a portion of company earning. Dividend decided by the board of director. तो डिविडेंड जहां भी आता है, मैं एक बात जरूर कहता हूं बच्चों से कि डिविडेंड का हिंदी का नाम बहुत अच्छा है. हिंदी में डिविडेंड को क्या कहते हैं? दैट इज
लाभांश.
लाभांश. तो अगर इसका संधि विच्छेद कर दीजिए तो इट विल बी लाभ प्लस अंश. लाभ मीन्स प्रॉफिट, अंश मीन्स शेयर. सो डिविडेंड अपने आप एक्सप्लेन हो गया. डिविडेंड इज द पार्ट ऑफ प्रॉफिट व्हिच इज डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड टू द शेयर होल्डर. व्हाई दे हैव इन्वेस्टेड फंड्स? उन्होंने पैसा लगाया है. व्हाई? टू गेट समथिंग इन रिटर्न. कहीं भी हम पैसा लगाते हैं तो वी नीड रिटर्न, है ना. बिकॉज द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग फॉर ह्यूमन बीइंग आज की डेट में, तो मैं कह सकता हूँ सर, अगर मैं गलत ना हूँ, सबका सपना मनी मनी. हर दिल मांगे मोर, ये पैसा सबको चाहिए, है ना. तो जो मेरी सबसे प्यारी चीज है, हमने कभी सोचा है कि हम उस सबसे प्यारी चीज को अपने से अलग कर देते हैं? What is the reason? The reason only is to get earning. So dividend भी वही है. Now moving to the question. A cash dividend is payment made by the company out of its earning to the investor in form of cash. जब हमने उन्हें कैश में रिटर्न कर दिया, this cash dividend transfer the economic value from the company to the shareholder instead of the company. क्योंकि हमने वो पैसा शेयर को दे दिया. However, this does cause the company share price to drop by roughly the same amount as the dividend. For example, if a company issue a cash dividend equal to 5% of the stock price, shareholder will see a resulting loss of 5% the price of their share. This is a result of the economic value transfer. So there is no loss to the shareholder. They have received in cash at present. Another consequence of cash dividend is that receiver of cash dividend must pay tax on the value of distribution. That will reduce its final value. Cash dividend are beneficial, however, in that they provide shareholder with regular income on their investment. एक बेनिफिट है कि वी आर गेटिंग रेगुलर इनकम तो आ रहा है, तो जो ओल्ड एज पर्सन है, जो रिटायर्ड पर्सन है, पेंशनर्स हैं, विडोज हैं, those who are having not regular source of income, they will prefer it. Another, next is stock dividend. A stock dividend on the other hand is an increase in the number of share of a company. जब हम अपना कैश डिविडेंड की जगह हमने आपको स्टॉक दे दिया, शेयर इशू कर दिया with a new share given to the shareholder, company may decide to distribute this type of dividend to shareholder of record if the company availability of liquid cash is in short supply generally. The biggest benefit of a stock dividend is that shareholders do not generally have to pay tax on the value. Stock dividend are often seen as preferable to cash, but that's not always true. It depends on the person to person, considering the sometimes volatile nature of the stock market. One of the best reasons for giving a stock dividend instead of a cash dividend may be that in giving a stock dividend, a company and its shareholder for psychologically stronger link. हमने शेयर दे दिया, अंश दे दिया, अब वो हमारा शेयर होल्डर हो गया. With the investor owning more, हमने और शेयर दे दिया है तो अब उसके पास शेयर और ज्यादा हो गया, तो इससे क्या है, साइकोलॉजिकल और स्ट्रॉन्ग एसोसिएशन बन जाता है ऑफ द कंपनी विद द एडिशनल शेयर्स. सो देयर आर बेनिफिट्स ऑफ बोथ द कैश डिविडेंड एंड स्टॉक डिविडेंड. नाउ इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द इन्वेस्टर व्हाट ही प्रेफर्स.
ओके सर, थैंक्स अ टन. सर अब एक हम स्ट्रेटेजिक मैनेजमेंट के क्वेश्चन लेते हैं, क्योंकि स्टूडेंट्स के क्वेश्चन स्ट्रेटेजिक मैनेजमेंट पे भी है. तो सर एक शॉर्ट एनालिसिस पे क्वेश्चन आया है स्टूडेंट्स का, क्योंकि बहुत ही कॉमन है और हर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन यूज करती है. तो स्टूडेंट कैन काइंडली एक्सप्लेन शॉर्ट एनालिसिस बाय टेकिंग द एग्जांपल ऑफ एनी कंपनी. अब वो चाहे वो हमने जैसे बेवरेज का पूछ लिया, बेवरेज का कोका-कोला, पेप्सी हुआ या लेट का चिप्स हुआ. तो मोटा मोटी मतलब द ब्रॉडली हाउ दिस शॉर्ट एनालिसिस टेकिंग, व्हाट इज ऑल अबाउट शॉर्ट एनालिसिस के एग्जांपल के साथ कोई भी आप थोड़ा इस पे फोकस करें.
Okay sir, that means you want to let me explain about SWOT analysis of any company.
Any company, मतलब mainly the concept
like
how to go.
it can beverage company, that can be okay.
Chips.
So I like in beverage company we have Pepsi.
Yes.
Yeah. So when we talk about strength, weakness, opportunities and threats, सबको everyone know what is SWOT analysis. We have to as for strength, weakness, opportunity and threats. Now when we talk about Pepsi company strength, what are the strength of Pepsi company? So we can say that best global brand.
Yes.
According to Forbes 2019 में एक सर्वे रैंकिंग हुआ था सर. In that
Yes,
Pepsi company was ranked 29 most valuable brand with a brand value of 18.8 billion.
Correct.
Then next strength is high diversified portfolio.
Right.
Okay, sorry, there was a disturbance in the internet.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir.
Yes. No problem. No problem.
If we were discussing the strength of Pepsi company. So first I have discussed about the global brand. As per the Forbes ranking also, that is the strength of the company. Now,
Right.
second is that is high diversified portfolio. The
Right.
main strength of the Pepsi company lies in the large number of brands. Pepsi company has 22 brands such as Pepsi, Diet, Pepsi, and so others, each generating more than $1 billion in annual retail sales. So this is the biggest strength of the company. Now we can analyze that. We can say a strong presence in the global. A strong global
Mm.
presence is also the strength of the Pepsi company, as in more than 200 countries
Right.
there is a presence of the company. So, so this is the biggest strength of the company also.
And so just to
Then
add
they
on
have,
this,
yeah,
sir, sorry, sir, for interrupting.
no
Just
issue,
to,
sir. Yeah,
it just came to mind, Pepsi seeing to their worldwide brand, they also enjoy strong distribution network, high skilled workforce. So this is also actually maybe adding to their strengths. That's what came to my mind.
yeah. Very true, sir. And the
Yes, please, sir.
market dominance is also there.
Yes, sir. Correct, correct. True.
In a survey, it was published, approx 22% share was of Pepsi.
Right, right.
So effective supply chain, you have already told, sir, to our student. And other, we can say customer loyalty is also there.
Personal attention, sir, the fact is the automation of activities. Because of the automation, because they have embraced such high technology in their production and distribution, rather than they have more capital intensive firms than labor intensive firms. So that is also
Yeah,
adding
sir.
in. They have good returns on the capital expenditure also, like which were just studying cost of capital. So the return on invested capital, which is steady. So they have a very good high returns they are generating on the
High
invested
return.
capital. Okay.
Yeah, very true, sir. So
And
moving to the next week, if we talk about weaknesses,
yes, sir. Yes.
now we can say the weakness of Pepsi is it is over dependence on food and beverages. There
Right.
is not too much diversification, sir.
Correct. Right.
Over dependence of carbonated soft drink and packaged foods, then products perceived as unhealthy, sir.
Right.
Well,
Right.
इस टाइम में what we are seeing, people are very conscious regarding the health. और जब से ये इशू आए हैं कि these soft drink are not good for the health, that is one of the weakness area. इनको
Yeah, yeah.
they have to do something. Then
Correct.
what they can do, they should come with some any healthy drink.
Right.
And
Right. And
when we
sir,
talk about the opportunities, sir,
yes, sir.
opportunities, there can be the opportunities of diversification, sir.
Right.
As I have already told, इन्हें और सेक्टर में भी आना चाहिए क्योंकि बिग कंपनीज हैं, तो दे कैन गेट जो है गुड रिटर्न, अच्छा कर सकते हैं ये लोग. देन दे शुड एनहांस द अलायंसेस एंड पार्टनरशिप्स.
Right.
In a globalized market, when we say business that seeks and new nurture a strong alliance and partnership are more successful.
Right.
So they should do something in that direction also.
And second things are very good opportunity they are having is that opportunity arises in their case is a stable free cash flows to the firm
Yeah.
which they are having because of their increase of the revenue and worldwide operations, the free cash flow which we calculate in finance, that is very high.
Mhm.
So very nice. So
Mhm.
now we can sir quickly see the threats, sir. If you can kindly touch upon the threats of the Pepsi.
Uh, if we talk about the threats, so here we can see stiff competition is also there.
Yes, yes, because local brands are coming up, sir. Because if you say in
Yes, sir.
UP, there are some local polling. I'm thinking of West Bengal. There is like Mother Dairy. They also supply some local drinks. They are coming up.
Mm.
Or
And then
maybe Parle Agro is supplying some local drinks, like Parle Agro.
Parle Agro, yes, sir. The company has captured a good market, sir.
Yes,
Now,
so these are some threats they are getting.
government law and regulation is also there, sir. In the recent past, government have increased adopted pro health regulations, sir. So
Right,
that is
right,
also one of the threat area कि कोई
right.
नया रेगुलेशन वगैरह ना आ जाए तो इनको आई थिंक कि दे शुड थिंक अबाउट द सम हेल्दी
Sure,
ड्रिंक्स ताकि
right.
उसको दे कैन come in the market and they can increase their share and the revenue.
And sir, another area which I think is they are getting the threat is because they are having some multinational corporation MNC having operation in various countries. So they are exposed to currency fluctuations, the fluctuation in forex prices, and that
Yeah,
because when they will prepare the consolidated financial statement, that will have the impact on their turnovers,
definitely.
on their profitability. Maybe this earning before interest and tax, operating income, maybe it is net profit after tax, that's earnings after tax, what we say. So on these key financial parameters or key financial values also, they may witness some threats on these things, on these negative factors. Sir, one very good question that is coming up, keep coming up from our students, and this is regarding from the examination perspective, because our
Yes, sir.
financial strategic management is a MCQ based paper. There are 100 MCQs. So
Yes, sir.
one of us was asking how to deal with MCQs and manage time. Time management is one of the concept. And related to that question, I will say I will ask immediately. Is another student is asking, is it advisable to first attempt strategic management and then solve financial management in order to save time, or we should go as per the order given? First financial
Okay,
management
okay.
followed with strategic management. So if you can kindly answer these from the
Yes, sir.
examination perspective of students.
I will firstly address the second question, sir.
Right, right, right.
कि, I think there is no rule regarding which part we should attempt first or which part we should attempt second.
Yes,
It depends purely on the student. If
yes,
he or she thinks that they are more confident in a strategic part,
correct.
then they can attempt it first.
Okay.
What will happen? It will enhance the confidence level of the student. कि, okay, यार मेरा out of 40 questions are there, sir. 40
Right.
क्वेश्चन होता है आपके यहाँ पर इसमें सो कि मेरे 40 में से 30 तो आई एम कॉन्फिडेंट तो उसमें क्या होगा व्हाट विल हैपन पॉजिटिविटी आ जाएगी तो
Right.
पॉजिटिविटी आ जाएगी तो दे कैन गिव गुड answers of the financial management part also. So it depends on you. If you are more comfortable in a strategic part, you do first that. Who is more comfortable in financial management can attempt that one. So now
Yes.
moving to the first part of the question.
Yes. My time
So
management.
that
MCQ.
yeah, that was related to some MCQs, na?
Yes, sir. Because it's an MCQ based paper fully. So students
Yeah.
sometimes know how to manage the time. In 3 hours, 100 questions. And because some practical
Mm-hmm.
questions are also more because of finance paper. So sometimes if they get stuck up with some question, तो क्या करे मतलब कैसे कभी कभी क्वेश्चन छूट जाता है नहीं हो पा रहा है सर
Mm-hmm.
कैसे
Yes, sir.
मैनेज करे
Sir,
टाइम
yeah, sir, that is very true because to give the answer of MCQ is really difficult because in the MCQ they will ask the concepts,
right
basics. If you are not having clear basics of the subject, so it will be difficult to handle the question. So what
right
we can do, time management is very important because what happen ना हम हर बार कई बार हमारे साथ भी होता है कि यार 10 मिनट्स कम पड़ गया है और 5 क्वेश्चन छूट गया है तो it is very painful if you are knowing the answer and you are unable to manage the time. तो इसके लिए सर एक ही फर्स्ट टिप ये है कि we have to manage our time properly before going in the exam, sir. As we know, time is the currency.
right
In the exam time is the currency. So without proper time management, you will end up regretting why you have not solved those questions, even though you are knowing the answer also. So it is better to plan your exam the more you will score.
Right.
How is, suppose there are 3 hours and we have 100 MCQ in this paper. So we have total 16 to 3.
Right.
180 minutes are there, sir, for to solve 100 question. That means we have less than 2 minutes.
Right.
2 minutes के अंदर हमें पढ़ना भी है, समझना भी है और उसका आंसर भी करना है. So it is better to manage time. आप लोग इस पर भी ध्यान रखें, क्योंकि what happens ना, इनिशियली हमारे साथ भी होता था कि जो शुरू वाले क्वेश्चन है उसमें तो हमने दे दिया 5 मिनट और लास्ट में जो 10 क्वेश्चन बचा उसके लिए मेरे पास बचा 5 मिनट. तो व्हाट विल हैपन, चलो भाई इसको जल्दी से टेक कर दो क्योंकि सर्कल भी भरना है, तो इसमें इट विल टेक टाइम. सो प्लान अकॉर्डिंगली. आपने डिसाइड कर लिया कि 1.8 मिनट मिल रहा है, लेकिन आप मान के चलें कि मेरे पास 1.5 मिनट है और मैक्सिमम वर्स्ट कंडीशन में 2 मिनट है. तो adhere to the timelining and timings and then give your answer. और वन गो में जाओ. मेरा यही एडवाइस है सब स्टूडेंट को कि ये नहीं कि अभी पढ़ा और उसको छोड़ दिया बाद में देखेंगे. तो व्हाट हैपन, आपने पढ़ने में तो फ्यू सेकंड यू हैव लॉस्ट, आपने वेस्ट कर दिया. फिर आप वापस आएंगे, फिर उसको पढ़ेंगे. तो बेटर है कि उसको जो पढ़ा है उसको थोड़ा सा टाइम और देके अंडरस्टैंड करके उसको वहीं पे कंप्लीट करें. एंड देन वन मोर टिप इज देयर सर.
Yes, sir.
For MCQ,
Yes, sir.
to better solve MCQ is to read the whole question before taking on the answer. जो maximum कई बार हमें क्या होता है, we get too much excited और हमें लगता है अरे ये क्वेश्चन तो आता है हमें, तो आधा पढ़ के हम जो है उसको सोल्व कर देते हैं. ये होता है सब स्टूडेंट के साथ. तो रीड फुल क्वेश्चन, क्योंकि यहाँ MCQ है, उसने क्या पूछा है वहां तक आपको समझना पड़ेगा. अगर आपने ये नहीं समझा और आपने अटेम्प्ट कर दिया तो बाद में आप जो है अपने आप को ब्लेम करेंगे कि यार मैंने आता हुआ क्वेश्चन गलत कर दिया. बिकॉज देयर आर ए लॉट ऑफ इंस्टेंसेस वेयर द इंस्ट्रक्टर जस्ट वांट टू टेस्ट द स्टूडेंट प्रेजेंस ऑफ माइंड एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम दे सक्सीड इन ट्रिकिंग you. So read the question carefully and then read the choice given for the question. क्योंकि MCQ में सारे चॉइस MCQ बनाते ही ऐसे हैं कि हर चॉइस आपको हर ऑप्शन लगता है कि ये सही है. तो उसको बहुत ढंग से ऑप्शंस को भी हमें देखना है कि उसमें ऑप्शन में क्या दिया गया है. एंड द थर्ड एंड द लास्ट मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट ट्रिक इज टू इंक्रीज द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ द सक्सेस.
Right.
आपके आंसर की प्रोबेबिलिटी अगर मैं बात करूं सर, देयर आर 4 ऑप्शंस. ओके, दैट मींस ऑलरेडी यू आर हैविंग 25% प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ सक्सेस. नाउ व्हाट यू शुड थिंक, अगर आपको आंसर नहीं भी आ रहा, परेशान नहीं होना है बिल्कुल भी. डोंट गेट पैनिक. व्हाट यू शुड डू,
Yes, student. What will do? Suppose you are stuck up with any question as sir is asking, तो आप क्या करेंगे? क्वेश्चन को छोड़ देंगे कि एक बार कंसंट्रेशन से पढ़ के फिर आगे बढ़ेंगे?
What they should do sir, they should increase the probability. कैसे? 4 ऑप्शन है, ठीक है, फिर 25% तो ऑलरेडी है. अब इन्हें पता है कि ये 2 ऑप्शन सारा पढ़ के एनालाइज कर लिया और पता चल गया ये 2 ऑप्शन तो हो ही नहीं सकते. नाउ दे आर हैविंग द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ 50% ऑफ सक्सेस.
Right.
तो आप उसमें से एलिमिनेट करना शुरू करो. एग्जैक्ट आंसर नहीं पता, लेकिन ये पता कि ये वाला नहीं हो सकता. तो व्हाट विल हैपन, योर प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ सक्सेस विल गेट इंक्रीज. It will help to secure more marks, sir. So three things are there: time management, read question carefully, and then increase your probability. And sir, one more thing I would like to say, one line. If the correct option is not in the list, कई बार क्या होता है कि exact value वाला option नहीं मिल रहा है. So if the chance is there, so choose the nearest possible answer. छोड़ के नहीं आना है, जो उसका नियरेस्ट पॉसिबल आंसर है आप उसको टिक करके आइए. दैट विल बी कंसीडर एज अ करेक्ट ऑप्शन.
राइट, थैंक यू सो मच सर. सुरेश, आप लोग को ये इतना अच्छा आप लोग का क्वेश्चन था कि कैसे हम एग्जाम में फाइनेंशियल स्टडीज में टाइम मैनेज करें, आंसर सही दे. सर वन नाउ गोइंग बैक टू अगेन फाइनेंस, बहुत एक इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन आया है स्टूडेंट से, मैं थोड़ा पूछना चाहूंगा इसको कि उसने व्हाट आर द टाइप्स ऑफ रेशियोज, कितनी तरह की रेशियोज, हम रेशियो एनालिसिस एक पढ़ते हैं चैप्टर, तो कितने
Yes, sir.
तरह के ये रेशियोज होती हैं और वो उसका क्या सिग्निफिकेंस है, थोड़ा सा अगर हमको अगर ब्रीफली में हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को बता दें तो
Yes,
उनको
sir.
थोड़ा क्लैरिटी बन जाएगा सर।
So, sir, we have profitability ratios. So,
राइट।
profitability ratios, as the name is already explaining, कि what is the profitability statement of the organization? Profit का क्या condition चल रहा है? That we will measure through the profitability ratio. ठीक है? What is the net profit ratio? What is the gross profit ratio of the organization? Higher the ratio is the better for the organization. We
राइट।
have turnover ratios. Turnover ratios are for the measurement of efficiency. They measure the efficiency of the organization. कि
सही बात।
efficiency कितना है, stock turnover क्या है, creditor turnover क्या है, data turnover क्या है. So like data in data turnover, जितनी जल्दी पैसा आएगा, the organization is good. जितनी जल्दी आप अपने डेटर से रिसीव करते हो अमाउंट, दैट इज गुड फ्रॉम बिजनेस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. एंड फॉर क्रेडिटर टर्नओवर रेशियो, अगर मैं इस तरह से बात करूं कि इन दैट केस, तो वहां थोड़ा ट्राई करो कि पेमेंट थोड़ा लेट हुए. बट लेकिन मैं हमेशा एक बात कहता हूं कि डिले योर पेमेंट्स, बट मार्केट में इट शुड नॉट डिक्रीज योर गुडविल. कहीं ऐसा ना हो ये वो कहने लग जाए कि यार इसको तो क्रेडिट देना बेकार है, 20 दिन कहेगा 50 दिन नहीं देगा. तो ऐसा नहीं करना है, डिले करना है जितना मैक्सिमम पॉसिबल कर सकते हो. बट द मार्केट कंडीशन ये होनी चाहिए कि अगर आपने 50,000 इन्हें कहा है 20 दिन में दूंगा, तो 20 दिन बाद अरोड़ा जी पैसे हमें दे देंगे. सो टर्नओवर रेशियो इज देयर, प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी रेशियो इज देयर, देन लिक्विडिटी रेशियो. one important ratios are one of the important ratio, liquidity ratio is when we are trying to predict the liquidity position of the organization. So the company is able to pay. Here we can say short term liquidity and long term liquidity. Short term liquidity क्या है और long term liquidity क्या है? क्या is we are able to pay our short term debt or not? Is we are able to pay our long term debt or not? So current liabilities, current ratio, liquidity ratio, we generally measure for the short term liquidity, and for long term we generally prefer debt equity ratio.
ओके सर, थैंक यू सो मच, आपने जितने इतने सर। एक हम एक क्वेश्चन चाहेंगे स्ट्रेटेजी से, बिजनेस जो स्ट्रेटेजिक मैनेजमेंट क्वेश्चन से। स्टूडेंट्स आर आस्किंग हाउ वी कैन अप्लाई माइकल पोर्टर्स 5 फोर्सेस मॉडल टू अ टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री बेस्ड कंपनी। अगर सर आप कोई भी टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री कंपनी ले लें आप, और उसका जो हम पहले तो सर थोड़ा सा अगर हम स्टूडेंट को माइकल पोर्टर्स के 5 फोर्सेस मॉडल, जो 5 फैक्टर्स जो हम पढ़ते हैं, सोशल, इकोनॉमिक, पॉलिटिकल, ये जो पढ़ते हैं, जो ये जो होता है, तो बार्गेनिंग पावर ऑफ बायर्स, बार्गेनिंग पावर सप्लायर्स, ये जो पढ़ते हैं, इसको
Yes, sir.
थोड़ा सा
Correct.
अपडेट।
From the new entrants and bargaining power of buyer and supplier, sir.
यस सर।
Yes, sir. So as we know, Porter 5 Force analysis is the framework that analyze the level of competition within a certain industry.
राइट।
It is especially useful when starting a new business or when entering a new industry sector. According to the Porter framework, competitiveness does not only come from competitor. Rather, the state of competition in an industry depends on 5 basic forces. That is the threat of new entrants. As sir, you have already said, bargaining power of the supplier, bargaining power of the buyer, threat
यस
of the substitute products or services.
राइट। कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो गई लेकिन ऐसा है सर, इंडिविजुअल वैल्यूएट the local computer condition such as सर ये आपका नहीं दिख रहा है इसका। Student, sorry for the inconvenience, but there is some technical glitches that has come suddenly, and we'll again resume in just 2 minutes. Just give us some time. I hope that the webinar, today's webinar is very interactive, and as you can see, our expert has very aptly answered all your queries, whether from the domain knowledge of the financial management and strategic management, as well as very important part, and the most worrying part is how to write the examinations, because this was we were receiving from the students of queries. Okay, thanks. We have resumed. Sir, please start. Please resume
Yeah,
with
sorry for
your
the
point. Yes, sir,
yes,
please.
sorry for the disturbance.
Yes.
So we were discussing there are Michael Porter's five forces model we were discussing, sir. So for any industry, there is a threat of new entrant. So that we have to analyze through what are the barriers to the entry, what are the economies of scale, what is the brand loyalty available in that sector, what is the
Right.
capital requirement, what are
Correct.
the cumulative experience, what is the government policies is also an important factor, sir, in that
Right. Right.
sector. Now, when we talk about the power of buyer, here we consider the number of customers, size
Mm.
of each customer, how he will affect us, different difference between competitors, price sensitivity, what is the sensitivity of the price,
Right.
buyer ability to substitute.
Right.
Then when we talk about the bargaining power of the supplier, so in this we will consider in our industry the number and the size of suppliers. How many numbers are there? Uniqueness of each supplier's product. वो हमें that we should understand before entering into any market.
Correct.
Then the company's ability to substitute. Then
Yes.
there are threats of substitute product.
Yes.
The alternative product is in the market. So how many numbers of substitute products are available in the sector in which we are going to enter? What are the buyer perspective to substitute? Buyer का क्या मानना है, अगर substitute available होगा तो they will go for that substitute or not?
Yes.
Will with the old product only. Relative price
Yes.
performance of substitute and then perceived level of different product differentiation. And the last and the important rivalry among existing competitor. How many number of competitors are there? What are the diversity of the competitor? Industry concentration is where? What is the industry growth rate? And that we have to consider before any markets.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Just like for your textile sector, like when you say bargaining power supplies the government policies, we have a very good example of Khadi Village Industries Commission (KVIC) and how Khadi clothes are promoted, and they have a high bargaining power in
Yes,
that
sir.
way. Thank you, sir, for the very interactive session, sir. And really, I am sure, sir, the students have been definitely benefited with your wonderful or magnificent thoughts. They have given food for thoughts for students. So coming to the closure of this session, we express our sincere thanks and gratefulness to Dr. Amit Arora for sparing his valuable time to address the participants of this program and for his words of wisdom, which will go a long way in understanding the nuances of financial and strategic management and attempting the examination. Thank you once again, sir, from the team academics of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. And as for the students, we'd like to tell you
Thank,
that the next session in the series is scheduled on 20th April 2021, Tuesday, and the topic is on setting up a business. So do log in and send your queries in advance. And I thank one and all present here. And in this view of the pandemic, please stay
thank
safe,
you, sir.
stay healthy, and take care of family members. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. I would like to thanks you again for giving me the opportunity and thanks to all the students for participating here. Thank you, sir. Jai Hind.
Jai. Hind.